Hello everyone, it's Jen here, Diamond Painting Gamer. Very warm welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing well today. Um, Thought I'd do a little quick, well, I don't know how quick it's going to be really, to be honest. But anyway, I thought I'd do a little update on what's been happening chez moi for the last week or so. It's been a bit crazy. I haven't had a huge amount of time to diamond paint, never mind shoot YouTube videos. So yeah, I think everything's hopefully settling down a bit now. We'll see. Not too sure. But yeah, a little bit of a quick update on what's going on with me, but also a little update on what's going on with Medusa. So let me unravel her a little bit. I'm halfway through. I haven't touched her for about a week. So yeah, those of you who are waiting for the WIP and chat with the story behind Medusa, it will be coming very soon. I was going to wait until I was past the halfway point before I did it, so it is imminent. But there we go. Let's squish her down. Wow, isn't she amazing? Isn't she absolutely amazing? So yeah, halfway through. So it is a 70 by almost 100 Diamond Art Club square. There are 20 colours and 2 ABs. A white and a sort of a mauvey colour. There is a great mix of colour blocking and confetti. Over here we've got some colour blocked areas in the background. This hair, oh, the snakes in her hair. Oh, confetti all over the place and all in different shades of grey. I think there's about 7 or 8 shades of grey in here. Not 50, 7. But yeah, this all confetti, all loads of different shades of grey. Crazy. Let's move her up a little bit. I think that's about it actually. There's her face. It's absolutely stunning. Look at this. Oh, look at the sparkle. So it's Christopher Lovell is the artist, if you didn't know. And yeah, she is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. Right, and what I'll do is I'll just roll her up. There we go. That's a little bit later. Goodness knows how I'm going to frame her. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, when we're done. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to pause, I'm going to zoom in, I'm going to get myself all ready and sorted up, and we'll get, yeah, we'll get down to the WIP and chat, and I'll let you know what's been happening. Okay, back in a minute or two, or a second or two, should I say. Okay, that's us all are zoomed in and are ready to go. So we're going to do this little section here. Ooh, colour blocking. Excellent. So I'll get all my bits and pieces ready. Nice big white tray. Absolutely gorgeous. Pen. I think it's called Cookies and Cream, and it was from Diamond Art Studio. And yeah, we will get down to it. Gems are in my Craftmates lockables. So yeah, what has been going on? What has been going on in my world? So quite a lot actually, and not all good. So well, let's start with some good stuff first of all. On the 17th of March, which is a week past Friday, St. Patrick's Day actually, I was at the theatre, and I was at the theatre with my youngest, Ryan, and we went to see Rocky Horror Show. I love the Rocky Horror Show, and Yeah, I was singing, I was dancing. I know some of the audience participation parts, but not all of them. But I mean, there was a large section, well, there was a section of the audience that was basically shouting out, um, sort of all the audience parts, and that just made it. It was absolutely awesome. It was really, really cool. I really love Rocky Horror. Ryan didn't really know much about it. Like, he knew the time warp, obviously, because I think everybody knows the time warp from Rocky Horror. But he didn't know anything else. And yeah, he loved it. He absolutely loved it. So that was fun. That was a really, really, really good night out, actually. I kind of needed it. Well, it had been work is super, super, super busy. And well, given what I'm going to come on to, which has happened in the last week, I'm glad that the show was when it was, because if it had been the following week, I don't know if, well, I probably still would have gone, but yeah, it might have been a little bit more awkward. Anyway, so yeah, Rocky Horror Show. If you haven't seen it, the stage version, I would, and you have the opportunity to see the stage version, I thoroughly recommend it. Bit of a different experience than watching the movie, but Tim Curry will always be Frankenfurter. There's no other Frankenfurter apart from Tim Curry. Just like there's no other Pennywise apart from Tim Curry, and no other Rooster other than Tim Curry. I mean, he just makes every part that he's in his own. Anyway, yes, Rocky Horror Show, awesome. Up doing the time warp. Yeah, singing along with the songs. Really, really, really good production. So that's my first bit of news. Let's see, Rocky Horror, absolutely awesome. So as I mentioned, work has been super, super, super busy. So busy, you would not believe it. It's mental. We are a member of staff down in the department that I work in. We're a small subsection of a larger department. There should be 4 members of staff. We're now down at 3, and in fact there needs to be 5. Yeah, so that's that. So we've got 3 people doing the work of what should be 5 people, essentially. We have got a new member of staff starting on not next week, the week after, first Monday in April. So she's going to be starting, but it'll be she needs to do all her onboarding, company onboarding, and that sort of training before she starts in our work, in our lab. So it might be at least a week before we actually see her properly, and then the job specific training will start. But anyway, it's motoring on. It's pretty good. So we've got training to do now on top of our normal work. And even better news is that last week and next week they're interviewing for my replacement. So yes, so that is awesome. That is so good. They had 33 applicants, and that was after they'd been filtered through HR. 33 applicants to go through for my what is my job at the moment. I think they're interviewing 8 people. That's still a lot of people, you know. So yes, I'm super excited about that. I have been promised this move. I'm supposed to be going for a promotion and getting a move. I mean, I will still be in the lab for a little bit of the time, but I'm actually moving, going into the office. In fact, initially I was really just wanting sort of more of an admin role, but it is going to be a promoted post. So instead of being an admin role, it's like a study director type of role. So I'm going to be in charge of various bits and pieces. So that's really exciting. My goodness, there's Kenny scrabbling at the door. Hold on just a second. Oops, I'm back. I've let him in. He's looking out the window here, enjoying the view. So yes, so promotions on the cards now. So well, hopefully I will need to interview for it because it is a promoted post, but and they will have to advertise it, but hopefully it's pretty much a done deal. They wouldn't have said for me to, you know, they've essentially created the position for me, so I think it'll be a bit of a slap in the face to end up not getting it. But so I'm really oh, there's a mucky mark on there, so I'm really excited about that. But that will be another couple of months down the line, I think, because if they're interviewing at the moment, I can't see the person starting until the beginning of May at the earliest. They'll need to do their onboarding training, they'll need to get trained up, so it's probably going to be June, I would reckon, until I start the move. But they'll still need me in the lab because, you know, I've got a number of years experience compared with somebody who's got 0. So yeah, you know, without, you know, blowing my own trumpet, you know, it will take a bit of time for them to sort of like fill my boots. So yeah, there's that. So that's happening, that's motoring on, that's really good. What else has been happening before we go on to the yucky news? So my daughter came. Now she's spent the last week with us. She came on the Friday, actually, that we went to see Rocky Horror. So she came, I think she arrived that day on the Friday. And yeah, her and her boyfriend spent the week with us. They've gone up north now to do a little bit of touring around. But it was really nice to see them for a little while, a few days. But I have, oops, there we go. They will be stopping by on the way back down south. So they are going to be working together during the summer for a company called PGL. And that's like a UK company, I think. I don't think they're overseas. Correct me if I'm wrong, please. But it's like activity camps for kids. So they're going to be sort of instructors, counsellors, whatever you want to call them, at these for PGL. The camp that they are going to is based on the Isle of Wight, which is just off the south coast of England, in the English Channel. So that'd be cool. But as I said, they're away up north now, just touring around, tootling around. weather's quite nice at the moment, so hopefully it'll stay that way. While she was here, she got another tattoo, big one this time. It was like a 6 or 7 hour sitting. She got it all in the one go. So yeah. So I mentioned Ryan. We went to see Rocky Horror. He has sort of like going through his student loan application for going off to uni after the summer. So if you don't know, he is taking a year out at the moment. He decided not to go back for his final year of school because he doesn't really like school. It's a honest story. I wasn't going to force him into it. He'd already applied and got accepted for a course in computer games design at the University of Abertay, which is in Dundee. So at the moment he is filling in his application for his student loan, and he is awaiting information for his halls for his accommodation. So that is quite cool. That's all coming together. I was a bit concerned at one point that, you know, that he might fall through the, you know, the gaps, you know, because he's not at school at the moment. You know, the school's not there to sort of like push and nag and make sure you do everything, but he's quite a sensible cookie. He's doing all that himself. So he's come September he'll be he'll be off to uni. So we are going on holiday a little bit earlier than we would this year, so that he can come with us. Because he's also applying for work in the summer during the Edinburgh Festival. So we live near Edinburgh, so it's handy for him. But IT positions, there's quite a few IT positions, you know, to do with the festival and the tattoo, the Edinburgh tattoo, that is, not like the tattoo that Amy got. So he's applying to do some work there. So we're going to go away on holiday a little bit earlier this year, so that's all booked up now. So on the 22nd of May, we are flying out to Tenerife for a week. So it's going to be a little bit cooler than going during the summer, which suits me fine. I don't do massively well in the heat if it's too hot. I love going away somewhere warm, but I don't like it if it's too hot. So May is a really, really good time. It's going to be in the mid to high 20s. That's degrees Celsius, not Fahrenheit. I don't know what it is in Fahrenheit. But yeah, this is going to be really, really good. Can't wait to go away. Hopefully I'm getting away again. I will come to my other news in a bit. But hopefully we're still getting away. Cool. So looking forward to that. Other things that have been happening is, well, I've been watching The Last of Us TV show over the last few weeks. The Last of Us is one of my favourite video games. And I've actually got the PlayStation, I went out and bought the PlayStation 5 remake of The Last of Us, and I've been playing that. I'm kind of getting towards the end of it now. But yeah, The Last of Us, have any of you seen The Last of Us, the TV show? It is absolutely awesome. It's one of the best pieces of telly I've seen this year. Yeah, okay, I know, we're not even at finished March yet, but yeah. It's, oh, amazing. Love it. Love it. They've done the game justice. They really have. So, yeah, now so I've been playing The Last of Us video game and watching the TV show. So excited for how they're going to take the story forward in the TV show. They're going to be true to the game, or, you know, how true they are going to be to The Last of Us Part 2 game. I've even heard rumours around on the internet there's going to be a Last of Us Part 3 video game. Oh gosh, I'm so excited. I love that franchise. Really, really do. Anyway, so yeah, that's my TV viewing has been, and my gaming. Plus, I've discovered another game. And you're going to laugh at this one. It's a power wash simulator. Yeah. I've got a game that I'm playing and I'm really, really addicted to. And what you're doing is you are power washing things. It is awesome. It is absolutely awesome. It really speaks to my OCD-ness. There's nothing so satisfying than, you know, booting the game up and you're power washing, and there's something, you've got a mucky van and you're cleaning it all over, and then it goes ding ding and it's absolutely sparkly clean. So I've cleaned a van, I've cleaned an SUV, I've cleaned a motorbike, I've cleaned the outside of various houses, I've cleaned a fire engine, I've cleaned a fire helicopter. I'm cleaning a carousel at the moment. I've cleaned the old woman who lived in a shoes house. It's so cool. And there's at some point I can clean Lara Croft's manor. I've got that to clean it, to go and clean at some point. Oh, it's awesome. It's amazing. Power wash simulator. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? But it is. It's just really so satisfying. Just get your power washer out, get your attachment on, choose your cleaner, and then just clean it. Clean everything. So it's all nice and clean and sparkly and awesome. Husband was saying, like, maybe I should get you why don't you get a real power washer and go out and do the patio? And I'm like, yeah, but out there it's wet and cold and mucky and miserable, and in here I can just clean things and still sit on the sofa, and I'm warm and cozy, and I can have a nice cup of coffee and clean the muck off of this fire engine. He's laughing. Thinks I'm daft. But it's so addictive. It's so addictive. Right, okay, what shall we do now? Let's do A. Let's do A. Right, okay, so talking about hubby, that brings me on to the kind of news I've been alluding to over the course of this little chat. And that is, yeah, I had a bit of a scare this week with regards to my husband. So he hadn't been feeling a wee bit dodgy for, I don't know, 2-3 weeks. And so on Monday morning, or Sunday evening, last Sunday evening, he decides that he is going to check his blood pressure, because he had high blood pressure previously. He was on medication for it. It had come down. He'd lost weight. He came off he took himself off the medication. And I'm saying this was 10 years ago. He stopped smoking. Yeah, really looked after himself, and you know, as I said, he stopped the pressure medication, and he was fine, absolutely fine. But as over the last couple of weeks, he'd been feeling a wee bit dodgy, not his usual self. So he took his blood pressure, and it was sky high. I'm talking well sky high. It was way over 200, the top value. And I think the upper limit of normal, or what is deemed normal, is like 120. So yeah, it was way up. So I thought, right, okay, make an appointment with the doctor. Made an appointment with the doctor on Monday. I went into work because I was like, would you like me to stay off? And he's like, no, I'm feeling fine. He says, I'm just going to go into the doctor, maybe see if I get my medication and what have you started back up again. Doctor sent him straight into A&E. Again, I was like, would you like me to come, you know, contact him from work? Would you like me to come, come in with you? And he's like, no, it's fine. Amy's here. She can come in with me. So my daughter was with him. He got poked and prodded and everything at A&E, and, you know, tested for heart attack, stroke, all that kind of business. Everything fine. Absolutely fine. So they so they put him on medication for his high blood pressure, and he started feeling a wee bit, you know, it didn't feel any better. They put him on sort of like emergency dose levels, and it was quite a low dose as well. He had made another appointment to see the GP or the practice nurse on Thursday. So this was the Monday. They made an appointment, I think, for the Thursday with the practice nurse to go in and get the meds reviewed and get a proper prescription. So Wednesday evening comes round. He's still no right. He's taking his blood pressure with the blood pressure monitor. It's not coming down. Nothing's happening. Wednesday evening, he stayed off work. I forced him to stay off work. Wednesday evening, he decides he's going to go to Tesco's to get me a sandwich from our work. Why he decided he was going to do this, I don't know. He said he was feeling fine. Anyway, I got a message to come and pick him up from Tesco's because he was feeling faint. So Tesco's is literally on my doorstep. I call it my corner shop. I am literally 1 minute walk out my door is Tesco's. I can see the store entrance from my bedroom window here. So he messages me and said, you know, for me to come and get him because he's feeling really faint and wobbly. So I go and pick him up. He comes home. He's like sits down. His heart's racing. Blood pressure's still sky high, and he goes to bed. See how he feels in the morning. Right, Thursday morning comes round. He gets up. He goes to the bathroom. He comes back. Now on his watch, he's got like a heart rate monitor thing or a heartbeat monitor, and his heart rate is through the roof. Absolutely through the roof. His blood pressure's going up again. He's having another wobble, funny turn like he had at Tesco's the previous evening. And at that point I said, right, I'm taking the day off work. Even though Amy was here. So I'm taking the day off work. Let's get you sorted and seen to. So he's like, well, I've got an appointment with the nurse anyway. At, you know, midday, you know, at the GP's surgery. And I said, well, let's phone NHS 24. Let's phone 111, which is the non-emergency number here in the UK. And we spoke to a call handler and a very lovely nurse there, and they decided that they were going to send paramedics out to give him a once over. So paramedics came out, checked him over, concerned about his blood pressure, but not concerned enough that he warranted a hospital visit, given the fact that he was going to the doctors anyway. So they decided to not take him in, although if things got worse, that he should phone 999. But in the meantime, you know, just, you know, go to the nurse appointment at midday. So this would be about maybe 10 o'clock in the morning. Because what they reckon it was the medication that, it was probably a reaction to the medication that the hospital had given him. Because it was not what he really should be on. It was more like an emergency type prescription. And yeah, so we went into the nurses, and yeah, the nurse basically said the same thing, you know, checked him all over, poked and prodded, did all the tests, and basically he's been signed off work now for 3 weeks, which hasn't gone down well, either with him or his boss. I went up the street and I've got his new prescription, so blood pressure tablets, beta blockers and statins. Actually, after taking the beta blockers, you know, if the heart rate's dropped to normal levels, he's actually felt fine since then. Although his blood pressure is, oops, little plastic bubbles coming out of him. Although his blood pressure is still through the roof. But that will take time to come down. Hence the reason he's been signed off work for 3 weeks. So yeah, I went back into work on Friday because you know, Amy was still here then. If there was going to be any drastic change, they were going to phone me and get in touch with me. So yeah, but he seems to be fine now. He's, as I said, he's off work still and will be for the next few weeks, 2 or 3 weeks. Using it as a means to maybe look at our diet, because my diet is absolutely shocking. So the two of us are going to go on like a low sodium diet just to help with blood pressure. I'm not taking my blood pressure. I'm absolutely petrified to. Maybe I should. I don't know. It's maybe a little bit high. I'm carrying a little bit of timber. But yeah. So yeah, that's my news. A little bit of health scare from hubby, but he seems to be fine now. He's settled on the medication, so he's gone out for a little walk just now. He's one of these people, he doesn't really have a hobby apart from going to the pub. He likes to go to the pub. Obviously that's out of the window. So he's been going for little walks. I said, can you not go to the pub and not drink? He just laughed at that. So yeah. He'll be stir crazy after like a couple of days. Been off, because at least he's had Amy and her boyfriend and that. and Ryan in the house. From next week, he'll just have Ryan in the house. So it might start going a wee bit. And Ryan does his own thing. He's up in his bedroom playing his games. So we'll see how he manages to last the week this week. That's for the sparkliness. So yeah, that is essentially my news. Some fun things, and yeah, some not so pleasant things. High blood pressure, no joke really, not a joke. Yeah, I've been playing Power Wash Simulator too much, and The Last of Us. Replaying that because I haven't really done a huge amount of diamond painting. I need to get my cat kitted up. So last week I did an unboxing for Dainty Diamond Art. You're in My Spot by Hannah Lipsky, and it is awesome. It's a Sneeky Peeky, although it is available now to purchase if you would like. So yeah, jump on the Dainty Diamond Art website. There's a ton of new releases on there. Oh my goodness, they have some absolutely gorgeous paintings. But I will link my unboxing down below, so you can go and check it out. I want to get that kitted up and done. Might try and do a little bit more of Medusa, but I'll definitely get the Dainty piece kitted up. I wanted to do a little bit more of this because I haven't done any in over a week, so hence the reason I've got this out now. Right, we're now on British summertime today. So it's Sunday the 26th, is it? So clocks went forward. I got a little bit confused because I forgot the clocks were going forward, and I was up in my room in the bedroom doing some bits and pieces, and I looked at the clock and I was like, oh, it's 3:30. I need to go to Tesco's and get some stuff in for tea. And I went down the stairs and it was like 2:30 on the kitchen clock, and I'm like, oh god, yeah, of course the clock's changed today. So yeah, so clock's changed. An hour less to do my diamond painting. An hour's less worth of diamond painting. So I will finish off this little section and then I will stop. So I'll go down and start cooking tea. So yes, we're on a nice low salt healthy tea, and use a few pounds myself, as I said. It'll help. So I've got some chicken. I'm going to do garlic chicken tonight, I think. So that'll be tasty. So I like garlic roast chicken. And I've got some broccoli. I love broccoli. I really, really do. But I'm going to roast it, I think, because I love it boiled. I love, you know, am I sad or what? But like, I love my vegetables boiled to mush. You know, when like, you know, people overboil vegetables, you put your vegetables on at 10 in the morning and they're ready for like tea time at 5. I love my vegetables over boiled, but I'm not going to do that today. Well, that's a bit of an exaggeration, really. I think you should boil broccoli for maybe about what 10 minutes. I usually have it on for half an hour, so yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to boil it. I'm going to roast it. So I'm going to have roasted broccoli with some olive oil, and I've got some new potatoes as well, which I will boil, and I'll put a little bit of butter in just to toss them around in a little bit of butter, because you know you've got to really. So that's kind of going to be my one little bit of indulgence. A little bit of salt as some butter on my potatoes. Not a massive amount. As I said, I'll just put a small knob in the pan and toss the potatoes around in it rather than because normally what I would do is I would just put the butter out on the table and everybody would just help themselves and slabber butter over the spuds. But I will just put a little spot in the pan. So nice healthy tea. Garlic roast chicken, roasted broccoli, and new potatoes. Oh, it sounds gorgeous. My mouth's watering already. Not much more to do in this. As I said, quite a lot of colour blocking in this little part here, which is really good. Really liking a bit of colour blocking. So how's everybody else's week been? Hopefully not as eventful as mine. I said you go for ages and nothing happens, and then you get 1 week that goes a wee bit crazy days. Visitors, health scare, theatre trip, busy work, all at the one time. And I've booked my holiday. So yeah, that's what I was saying. You know, hopefully I'll still get to go away on the holiday. Luckily, I sorted the you know, I've got the insurance all sorted, and I've got it I did it before Joe took his funny turn, so. So yeah, hopefully we'll still get to go. Should do. It should be fine by the end of May. You know, everything should be sort of back under control a little bit. You know, that's about 8 weeks away, 9 weeks away. So it's quite soon. That's, you know, it's so exciting. Like so when I booked the holiday, you know, I went through to the payment screen and it said, because your holiday is less than 10 weeks away, you need to pay in full. And I'm like, oh God, I need to pay in full. And I'm like, oh my God, it's less than 10 weeks away. Awesome. And we came in under budget on my holiday as well, because I had a budget, and we came in £500 under budget. So I'm really, really, really happy about that. And that was including a room upgrade. So we upgraded our room and still came in £500 under budget. So that is awesome. Absolutely awesome. I do like a little bit of luxury when I'm on holiday. And we've gone half board because it's cheaper than bed and breakfast. and I don't want to go all inclusive, but at least half board. If we decide not to go out and eat of an evening, we can still eat it. We can eat a night out, and we know the meal's all paid for. And as I said, it was cheaper than bed and breakfast. Right, okay, last couple in. Let's have a feel. That's all good. Right, I think the next area is a wee bit colour blocking as well. Yeah, not quite so much, but I think there's only 3 colours in there. What symbols have I got? I've got the little, I call them little drumsticks. So we've got those, we've got HS and a couple of A's and a couple of dots down there. So yeah, only 3 symbols in this one. That'll go quick. And this one, that's our chin and our lips. Not too bad. As we move over to that side there, there'll be more colour block, there'll be more confetti, because we've still got the part of our hair to do. Right, yeah, that's it. What time is it? Oh, absolutely perfect timing. It's 5:30. I've said tea will be ready at 6 o'clock. Sorry, at 6:30. It's going to take me an hour to cook that chicken, so because it's just chicken pieces, it's not like a full chicken. So yay, I'm off to cook. Hungry, ready for my tea. Yeah. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed my little whip and chat. I hope you've liked the update there on Medusa. I think the next time you see this will be when I'm doing the story behind Medusa. I will get that sort of like organised at some point during this week for upload the week after. So that is coming. Anyway, yeah, that's it for today. And yeah, hope you are all doing well, and I will see you all in the next one. Okay, cheerio guys.